Hello and welcome to Vision of Asia, the news you can trust, and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I'm Nidhi Kathuria coming to you from our ITV Gold Studio in New Jersey. In the headlines today, former diplomat Dr. Gyaneshwar Mule visits the ITV studio in New Jersey. History made in New Jersey with the election of the Indo-American Republican to the City Council. Joyce Mehta elected President of South Brunswick Board of Education. We have a feature dedicated to Swami Vivekananda, conceived by senior journalist Mr. Ashok Vyas. Hrithik Roshan's first look from Vikram Vedha out on his 48th birthday. Stay with us on Vision of Asia for news in detail right after this short break. Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parekh, chairman of ITV Gold and Parekh Worldwide Media, spoke to author, speaker, and former diplomat Gyaneshwar Mule at our ITV studio in New Jersey. Mr. Mule is visiting USA to inform the NRIs about the new investment opportunities in India available to them, which can help in strengthening the ties between India and US even more. He also thanked the Indians living in America for their enormous donations and for sending oxygen concentrators during the peak of COVID in India last year. Let's take a look.
Dear friends, I'm Dr. Sudhir Parekh. It's I'm privileged and proud to welcome my very close friend, Gyaneshwarji Mule Saab. He was our very accomplished and very popular diplomat who served here between 2014 to 16, and he was so popular, and he was in his other word, he was considered as a community consul general, and means he was a friend of community, always very easy to accessible, and very helpful to the community for each and every events and each and every topics and concern. And I must personally thank you, Mule Saab, because of your guidance, because of your encouragement, because of your ideas, I'm doing this public service and connecting our second generation Indian American to motherland India, and also the American of America to motherland India, to show them our culture, our heritage, as well as our success, current success of the country economically and otherwise. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm really very obliged and indebted for your advice, and please keep giving me advice and right path to take the whole thing in the next level. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Businessman Junaid Qazi made history last November when he was elected to Marlborough NJ Town Council, and he did it again when he was elected president of the council on January 6, 2022. After nearly 2 decades of democratic government, he now oversees the negotiations of a Republican majority city council. Qazi is one of 3 Republicans who displaced incumbent Democrats and now will be the council for a 4-year term ending 2025. Originally from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh in India, Qazi was always keen to be in politics. He served as the president of Indian National Overseas Congress I in 2014. I'm grateful to the people who believe in our leadership and who voted for us, Kazi told Desi Talk. It was very difficult to break the influence of the incumbents because they had been in power for 17 years, said Kazi. Even during COVID, I went door to door to bring people to our side. People wanted to see change and they voted for it. We plan to make the changes, said Kazi. He also praised the leader of the Marlborough Republican Party, John Gibardi, for leading a great campaign. Let's take a look.
And that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of council member, term expiring December 31st, 2025, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you ITV for this wonderful coverage. This is the historical moment. ये हम भारतीयों के लिए बहुत बड़ा एक इम्पोर्टेंट इवेंट है जिसमें मैं पहला भारतीय हूँ रिपब्लिकन टिकट के ऊपर जो न्यू जर्सी में जीता हूँ. सो ये हम सब के लिए गर्व की बात है और यहाँ पे मुझे पब्लिक ने मुझे मतदान दिया है और मुझे मैंडेट दिया है. उस मैंडेट के साथ I will work for the Marlborough Township 100% with every possible way to do the right thing for the Marlborough Township and our people. So thank you so much for ITV for coverage.
Hi, we're here in Marlborough Township. My name is Mayor John Hornick, and we just sworn in our first Council President Kazi, first Republican Indian elected in ever in New Jersey. We're very pleased to have him here, and we look forward to working with him and continue to make Marlborough a great place for everybody to live. We have a very high Asian Indian population in Marlborough, almost 20% of the population, and we're really, really proud of that, and we're going to continue to grow and looking for great things. So everybody be safe, be careful. There's some snow coming tomorrow, and stay safe.
Hi, I'm Bob Healy, and I am running for Congress in the 3rd District in the wonderful state of New Jersey.
Congratulations to Marlborough, an exciting night. Tony, Michael, and Junit are going to be great for Marlborough. It's great to see the unity up there on the dais between the mayor, the sitting council people, the new members. This is going to be a really, really great time for Marlborough. And Marlborough is a wonderful community. So I'm very excited to continue to work with everyone, both sides of the aisle, continuing to make Marlborough great.
Hello, my name is Councilman Michael Millman. We were sworn in tonight alongside my running mates Antoinette Denuzzo and Junit Kazi, who are my proud running mates. I want to say that we are very excited and we thank the citizens of Marlborough of voting for us, and we cannot wait to help serve the community of Marlborough. Thank you so much, and we'll be there for you.
Hi, John Gibardi. I'm a resident of Marlborough and currently the Republican Municipal Chairman. The team of Denuzzo, Millman, and Kazi. Junit Kazi, the first Indian-flavored Republican elected in the history of New Jersey, was sworn in this evening, the first Republican council chairman of a township. And then you have Antoinette Denuzzo and Michael Millman rounding off the 3 Republicans that take control of Marlborough Township, 3 against 2 with a Democratic mayor. We're all working for the citizens to continue into the future, and Marlborough with this team, watch out because here we come. Thank you so much, Marlborough, for your support.
And today we celebrated 3 new council members. I'm excited to work with them. You know, it's with bittersweet, obviously, for working with the the old council members for many years, fantastic people, great volunteers in the township. And so we move on, right? So as we heard tonight from our council members that, the township spoke and we have new council members in, so it's time to move on. We've had some good conversations so far, and I think we'll all do the right thing moving forward. I'm excited to work with them. I'm interested in hearing, their views on things, and I'm here to support them in their transition. And as always, do what's best for the township. So again, it was congratulations to all three, and I wish them the best of luck. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Antoinette DiNuzzo, newly sworn-in councilwoman in the Township of Marlborough. My running mates and I, Junit Kazi, Michael Millman, and I, Antoinette DiNuzzo, are the three new Republican council people on the Township of Marlborough Council. We are very excited to have been sworn in this evening, and we look forward to doing wonderful things in the Township of Marlborough.
Hi, everybody. I want to congratulate Junaid, Mike, and Tony on a tremendous win. We are very, very proud of them. They pulled off a tremendous victory. We are so happy for them. I want to promise my full support. Junaid, if there's anything I can ever do for you, you know exactly where to find me. I'll be there every step of the way. I think you're going to do a fantastic job. You're just the type of temperament and talent that we need in this position. And you're going to make Marlborough proud. You're going to make Monmouth County proud. And you're certainly going to make all of your colleagues proud. So best of luck. God bless you. And on to victory again in a successful year. Thank you.
And I am pleased to be here tonight and honored to see the swearing in of three wonderful candidates in June, Tony and Michael. I could not be prouder of them. They did a tremendous job in their election, and I know they're going to do great things for Marlborough. So again, it's a wonderful night, and I'm looking forward to 2022 being even better because of these candidates. Have a great night.
On Thursday, January 6, 2022, the South Brunswick Board of Education elected Indian American Joyce Mehta as president of the board. She's the first female and first Indian American president of the Board of Education. A qualified solicitor from London, England, Mehta has more than 20 years of experience working in the education and government vertical and has extensive experience in the education field, particularly in education policy, curriculum, mental health, and serving on several district and state education committees in New Jersey. As a volunteer with social service organizations, Mehta is credited with developing initiatives to promote healthy educational practices and equity in education. Other Indian Americans on the South Brunswick Board of Education include Raja Krishna and newcomer Deepa Karthik, who will fill the seat held by former board member Stephen Parker. School safety and stress were her biggest concerns. Mehta was quoted saying in a news report, "We want to make sure that our children have opportunity to grow, learn in an environment that is both safe and free from overwhelming stress." In 1984, the Government of India declared this day as National Youth Day, and since 1985, the event is celebrated in India every year. National Youth Day is celebrated on January 12th every year in India to honor the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. Celebrated as one of the greatest social leaders of the country, Swami Vivekananda was born on January 12, 1863 in Kolkata. Rabindranath Tagore said, "If you want to know India, read Swami Vivekananda. Everything about him is positive." Swami Vivekananda was initiated into sannyas by Ramakrishna Paramhans. His childhood name was Narendra. It is an interesting coincidence that acclaimed author Narendra Kohli wrote a novel on Swami Vivekananda, which was titled Kara Todo Kara. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also inspired by him. In the feature dedicated to youth icon Swami Vivekananda, conceived by senior journalist Mr. Ashok Vyas, we have parts of speeches by Narendra Modi and Narendra Kohli. Also enjoy excerpts of a play on this great monk, where Professor Balaji Srinivasan played Swami Vivekananda and explained the essence of Sanatan Dharma to a young man.
दिशा में बढ़ते जाना, लक्ष्य दिशा में बढ़ते जाना.
He was against the approach where people romanticize poverty. In his lectures about practical Vedanta, he says, and I quote, "The fictitious difference between religion and the life of the world must vanish, for the Vedanta teaches oneness," unquote. Swamiji was a spiritual giant, a highly elevated soul. Yet, he did not renounce the idea of economic progress for the poor. Swamiji was a sannyasi himself. He never sought for himself a single paisa of money, but he helped raise funds to build great institutions. These institutions have fought poverty and promoted innovation.
लगता है कि स्वामी जी ने बार बार ये कहा कि लकीर का फकीर मत बनो. जिस ओर अट्रैक्शंस की बात गायकवाड़ साहब ने भी कही कि जिस ओर संसार आकर्षित होता है वो, और जिस ओर जो श्रेय है, जो होना चाहिए, उसकी ओर ध्यान दिया जाए, तो मुझे लगता है कि नए मार्गों के अन्वेषी बनने के लिए ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि लकीर का फ़कीर ना बना जाए. जो सब लोग कहते हैं, जो माता पिता कहते हैं, जो गुरु कहते हैं, ऐसी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं कि ये बन जा बेटा, ये बन जा बेटा, ये बन जा. बेटे को वही बनना चाहिए जो उसके भीतर है. अगर वो अपने स्वभाव को नहीं पहचानता, जो स्वामी जी ने कहा कि अपने को जानो, अपने देश को जानो, अपने समाज को जानो, तब तुम कुछ आगे बढ़ सकोगे.
आप ये जानकर हैरान रह जाएंगे कि उस समय क्रांति के मार्ग से भी और शांति के मार्ग से भी, दोनों ही तरह से जो आजादी के लिए जंग चल रहा था, आजादी की लड़ाई लड़ रहे थे, वो कहीं न कहीं स्वामी विवेकानंद जी से प्रेरित थे. उनकी गिरफ्तारी के समय, फांसी के समय स्वामी विवेकानंद से जुड़ा साहित्य जरूर पुलिस के हाथ आता था. तब इसका बाकायदा अध्ययन करवाया गया था कि स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के विचारों में ऐसा क्या है जो लोगों को देशभक्ति के लिए, राष्ट्र निर्माण के लिए, आजादी के लिए मर मिटने की प्रेरणा देता है, हर नवयुवान के मस्तिष्क को इतना प्रभावित करता है.
ये एक बड़ी मजे की बात है कि आज जिस तरह से हमारा देश अंग्रेजी का दीवाना है, मुझे उससे एक घटना याद आती है कि स्वामी जी अभी स्कूल में थे तो उनको अंग्रेजी पढ़ाने के लिए कहा गया, चुना गया कि इस बच्चे को अंग्रेजी पढ़ाई जाएगी, और स्वामी जी मना कर रहे हैं, लड़ रहे हैं, रो रहे हैं, एड़ियाँ रगड़ रहे हैं कि नहीं पढ़नी अंग्रेजी, नहीं पढ़नी अंग्रेजी. सब लोग परेशान है कि इस बच्चे को क्या हो गया. आखिर उनके एक रिश्ते के नाना थे, उन्होंने कहा कि बेटा क्या बात है, तू अंग्रेजी क्यों नहीं पढ़ना चाहता, सारी दुनिया पढ़ना चाहती. और ये बात आज भी सच है. तो उन्होंने कहा, क्या उत्तर दिया कि क्या मैंने बंगला पढ़ ली, क्या मैंने संस्कृत पढ़ ली. क्या अर्थ है इसका कि पहले अपनी मातृभाषा, पहले अपनी राष्ट्रभाषा. आपको मालूम है 1901 के अंत में जिस समय कांग्रेस का अधिवेशन कलकत्ता में हुआ और बंगाल के बाहर के जो लोग वहाँ गए वो स्वामी जी से अंग्रेजी बोलने लगे, उन्होंने उसी समय रोक दिया और कहा कि नहीं, बंगला नहीं बोल सकते तो इस देश की भाषा हिंदी है, हिंदी बोलो. हिंदी नहीं बोल सकते तो संस्कृत बोलो, संस्कृत नहीं बोल सकते तब अंग्रेजी बोलो, चौथे नंबर पर. और उस समय की जो समाचार पत्रों में जो रिपोर्टिंग है वो बाकायदा बताती है कि उन्होंने लिखा कि स्वामी जी ऐसी परिनिष्ठित ऐसी परिष्कृत हिंदी बोल रहे थे जो शायद हिंदी भाषी भी नहीं बोलते। और अंग्रेज़ी का आपको पता है कि अमेरिका में जितने भाषण दिए सब अंग्रेज़ी में दिए, और जब कभी उसकी रपट जो अखबार में छपी समाचार पत्र में, उसमें लिखा गया ही स्पीक्स बेटर इंग्लिश देन वी डू। ये वो बच्चा है जो अंग्रेज़ी पढ़ना नहीं चाहता था। तो जिसको पढ़ो वो ठीक से पढ़ो, लेकिन पहले अपने देश को, अपनी भाषा को, आत्म स्वाभिमान किसमें है, किससे प्यार पहले करना है, ये थोड़ा सा हमको जान लेना चाहिए।
समय गुजरता गया, देश आजाद हो गया, लेकिन हम आज भी देखते हैं स्वामी जी हमारे बीच ही होते हैं, प्रतिपल हमें प्रेरणा देते हैं। उनका प्रभाव हमारी चिंतन धारा में कहीं न कहीं नजर आता है। आध्यात्म को लेकर उन्होंने जो कहा,
आज के आधुनिक जीवन में पैसे के पीछे अंधी दौड़ है। ऐसे रैट रेस में क्या आध्यात्मिकता जीवित रह सकती है?
Definitely. Adhyatmikta has to do with truth, and truth is Sanatan. This is our dharma, Sanatan Dharma.
It should be, but could you please explain Sanatan Dharma?
You see, most people forget that the religion of India is dharma. This dharma is not a cult. It is a science of true and full living, that which leads to all-round achievement and total liberation is dharma. And the word Sanatan means eternal, that which sustains forever and remains the same no matter what the samajik avastha is. In that eternal dharma lies the vitality of India. And as long as you don't forget this great inheritance of your forefathers, there is no power on earth that can destroy you. अरे भारतीय हो, यह सनातन धर्म तुम्हारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। इसे गर्व से स्वीकारो, गर्व से अपनाओ।
केवल संवित बल को लेकर सच्चित सुख साम्राज्य जीतना, सच्चित सुख साम्राज्य जीतना। बढ़ते जाना, बढ़ते जाना, बढ़ते जाना, बढ़ते जाना, प्यारे सरोवर बढ़ते जाना।
Actor Hrithik Roshan turned 48 years old today. To treat his fans with a special birthday present, the actor shared the first look from his upcoming film Vikram Vedha on his Instagram handle, where he will be seen playing the character Veda. Vikram Vedha is an action thriller based on the folktale Vikram Aur Betal. It will showcase the story of a tough police officer who sets out to track down and kill an equally tough gangster. The original film from South was directed by Pushkar and Gayatri, and it released in 2017. It starred Vijay Sethupathi as Veda and R. Madhavan as Vikram. The Hindi remake is also being directed by the same director duo. The cast of the film also includes Saif Ali Khan and Radhika Apte in lead roles. Hrithik has shot for the first schedule of the film in Abu Dhabi. According to sources, the film is mounted on a huge scale with production costs crossing Rs 175 crore. The film is slated to release on September 30th, 2022. Before concluding tonight's edition of Vision of Asia, I would like to read out an inspirational quote by Swami Vivekananda in observance of the National Youth Day. We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care about what you think. Words are secondary. Thoughts live, they travel far. And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at itvgold. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk for community news if you're in the tri-state area or in the Chicago area. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to a hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. Take care.